Yes, greetings, greetings, greetings. Hope everyone's doing well and everybody's in good, healthy condition, good nourishment so far, and you've had an excellent day. And I'm looking forward to a really productive week. All right, so hope you and yours are well. All right, Facebook and Instagram, and who else we got here? Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Hope everybody's doing great. Okay, so we're going to talk about, before I even get into this, I need to know that you guys could hear me. Okay, so just put it in the chat that you can hear me. All right, let me know real quick. Then we can get started. I would hate to waste your valuable time, and I know time is a great commodity. So just let me know you can hear me. All right, good vibes, good vibes. All right, Sister Anne, what's going on, my sis? Love alone here. Give thanks for the joy, man. Give thanks for the ad. I appreciate you over there on Instagram. So let others know about the program every Monday night. All right, and just have them join in with you, and just spread the word, share it, subscribe, follow. Don't forget to comment. We're going to talk about some common herbs for healing. Common herbs we find almost everywhere, in the Caribbean, in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in America, of course. Those are found everywhere. Okay, and they're super beneficial to us. All right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started in a few. Just want to make sure you guys could hear me. So let me know my audio is good, and we could get started. All right. So it's Indigenous Bushman with you once again. Excuse me. I'm here with you once again, and we're going to discuss some common healing herbs. All right. But as always, just a reminder, I am not a doctor or medical professional. I am a herbalist, a holistic health educator, and a researcher. I do not prescribe medicine, nor do I give medical advice. My work is for educational and informational purposes. Okay. So these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA or the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All right? Okay? Good. Now we get that out of the way. Get those disclaimers out of the way. Let's get started. Let's talk about lemongrass first. Very common herb. It is found anywhere and everywhere, right? Lemongrass. Okay, Sister Anne? Lemongrass is found anywhere and everywhere. And for those of you who probably don't know what it looks like, okay, this is a nice bunch from the garden. All right. Nice lemongrass bunch from the garden. Okay. Freshly picked today. And that's just for the people who don't know what it looks like. All right. Nice chunk of lemongrass. Okay. And you could basically drink it. You could drink lemongrass in the day and during the night, and even, you know, during the day as well, in the morning, afternoon time. Okay, because a common misconception that we have is that tea has to be taken hot. All right, that is a common misconception. Tea doesn't have to be hot for it to be tea, for it to be beneficial to you. Greetings, Saint Joe Empress. Thanks for joining me over there on Instagram. And thanks to my YouTube followers and my Facebook peeps. Okay, so lemongrass, it's an anti-cancer. Okay, and it contains what we call citral compounds, in lemongrass. Okay, and those compounds, they are able to kill damaged cells. Okay, to get rid of damaged cells, they can do that. All right, the citral in the lemongrass. To kill those damaged cells, or even cells that develop abnormally. Okay, cancer cells. Okay, abnormal cells. All right. So the citral compound in the lemongrass, it will allow the healthy cells to live without affecting their performance, while at the same time they are killing those damaged cells, or getting rid of those damaged cells, making sure those damaged cells don't stay in there and become abnormal. Because once they become abnormal, then they turn into cancer. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so drinking lemongrass tea regularly can normalize the function of the pancreas in producing insulin. And you know how important insulin is, right? Insulin is that hormone that regulates your blood glucose, that sugar in your blood. Okay? That's what insulin does, and your pancreas is the gland that's responsible for squirting it out and keeping that insulin in check. Okay? So lemongrass is pretty good for that. Now, remember, okay? Remember that tea doesn't always have to be hot. All right? Tea does not always have to be hot. That's a misconception. You can make your tea, you can put it in the fridge, because there are some of us who are hot in nature, right? Energetically speaking, some of us are hot in nature. So you can't always want to drink hot beverages or hot tea. Okay? It is preferable that you drink your tea cool, room temperature, or you can place it in the fridge if you are, hot, kind of dry. If you're running hot and you're running dry, you know what I mean? You want to make sure your tea is not hot as well. Okay? So consuming lemongrass tea, all right, can also help lower your blood sugar levels, right? And we just talked about uh, the insulin production function, okay, of lemongrass in the pancreas. Okay, it can normalize the function of the pancreas in producing insulin, which means that it can actually lower your blood sugar levels. Okay, lemongrass. So now lemongrass is also a good candidate, a good tea for people who suffer from anemia. So for anemics, okay, lemongrass is good for you too, because anemia is a disease that's characterized by a weak body, right? A body that's weak, and you look, it's weak, and your body kinds of looks pale in color or in texture. Okay, and lemongrass is actually really good to help you if you are anemic. Okay, and anemia, is a condition, and it develops when your blood produces a lower than normal amount of healthy red blood cells. All right. Okay. And as you should know by now, that anemia is usually caused by a lack of iron in your blood, a lack of iron in your blood, which is the substance responsible for the synthesis for the synthesis of hemoglobin. All right. So your lemongrass, okay, regular drinking of lemongrass tea could actually help you with your anemic problems or your anemia problem. Okay, it's pretty good for that. So drink more lemongrass tea. And again, if you are running on the hot side of things, if your constitution, right, the whole of you is your constitution. If your constitution is rather hot or warming, okay, if it's hot or warming, let me double check something here, y'all, real quick. I want to make sure that I am here on Facebook. Boom. All right. I don't think I was even getting a transmission here on Facebook, but I believe I am there now. Okay. Okay. So again, anemia is a condition that develops when your blood produces a lower than normal amount of healthy red blood cells. All right. And it's usually caused again by a lack of iron in the blood. A lack of iron in the blood. And that is the substance that is responsible for the synthesis of hemoglobin. Okay. So lemongrass, okay, that's what we're dealing with right now. Lemongrass is actually able to neutralize toxins. It neutralizes toxins, while the antioxidants and the antiseptics in it will help your liver, and they will also help your kidneys to help them clean. Okay, help them clean, uh, and a significant amount of numerous bioactive compounds. And it will help clean again. Okay, that's your lemongrass. So now it contains some bioactive compounds like citral, right? Citral in lemongrass. Okay, it has also what we call isonerol, isogeraniol, and geraniol. Okay, those are compounds. And geranyl acetate, those are compounds that are found. Those are bioactive compounds that are found in lemongrass. Okay, these plants are loaded with compounds, and they're bioactive. And it contains quite a number of those bioactive compounds. All right, that's lemongrass. All right, good. Again, lemongrass grows everywhere. It grows in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, in the Caribbean, in the United States. Lemongrass could grow anywhere. Okay, good stuff. Okay, let's move on. Bay leaf. Let's talk about bay leaf. And all these are herbs that are all the herbs I'm talking about tonight, right? This whole bunch here. These were all harvested from my garden today. Okay, good herbs, fresh green herbs harvested from the garden. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Okay, then we got bay leaf. It's a nice big chunk of bay leaf. Nice big branch of bay leaf. All right. Okay, so in chemistry, right? In chemistry, as it is and as we know it, uh, tells us or teaches us that bay leaf has what we call flavonoids. Bay leaves have flavonoids, and bay leaf contains tannins and eugenol. And eugenol is also a compound that is found in clove. Okay, clove. Eugenol is a compound that's found in clove as well as in bay leaf. Bay leaf has citric acid. Bay leaf has carbohydrates. Don't be running from them carbs, man. Those carbs are good for you, okay? Carbohydrates, steroids, natural steroids, right? Those are phytosteroids. Okay, bay leaf contains alkaloids, triterpenoids, and essential oils. Okay, so bay leaf is very aromatic. Is very aromatic. So if you've ever come across a green, fresh bay leaf and you crush it and you smell it, you don't even have to put it up to your face. You will smell it. It's very aromatic and it's pungent. Okay. Now, when you boil it a lot, it has a slight bitter taste to it. And if you boil it a little, then it will have a sweet taste to it. Okay. And it is warming by nature. It is a warming herb. It's pungent, it's aromatic, and it's warming. It will bring warmth to your body. Okay, so that's one of the herbs you want to have for the winter season, yeah? For the winter season. It's a good herb to have. It will warm you up. Okay? And again, if you are someone who is running hot or warm by nature, you can drink this cold, but during the winter you may not be that warm, okay? So you can drink this warm to keep your body temperature, kind of normal. Okay. And bay leaf is very valuable when it comes to stimulating digestion. Okay, to stimulate digestion, very very effective, providing providing that you don't have digestive issues. Okay, providing that you don't keep taking those foods that cause indigestion, providing that you abstain from those foods that are causing that indigestion. Okay, so it is a very stimulating herb when it comes to digestion. It triggers your brain cells. Yeah, it triggers your brain cells. It increases your urine output. So it is a diuretic. It will increase your urine output. If you feel that you're not urinating enough, if you're taking in a lot of fluids and you're not urinating enough, this can help. Bay leaf can help you. Okay? Bay leaf can help you. And it also helps to regulate the blood sugar levels, which means that it has an effect on insulin. Okay? Just like the lemongrass has. And we touched on that earlier. And for my Facebook viewers, I know you guys missed the first 13 or so minutes because there was a little bit of technical issue there, but I resolved it. It wasn't about until about 13 minutes later I realized it wasn't being broadcast on Facebook, so I had to jump in there and get this going. Okay, so I apologize for that. All right. So we talked about lemongrass, and just for my Facebook viewers, at the end, okay, I will remember to go over lemongrass again just for you. Okay, but we have to continue. Okay, so bay leaf stimulates your digestive system. It regulates your blood sugar levels, providing again that you are doing all the things that are necessary to keep your blood sugar intact, that you're not overindulging in refined sugars and refined carbohydrates and processed sugars, refined and processed sugars. Okay, providing that. So just be mindful of that. Okay. So pretty much it's like if you are if you if you are still taking or you continue to take the things that are making you ill, and then you you decide to go use some, or not use but make some tea, right, from this bay leaf, and say, okay, Bushman said it can help with this, but you found out that it's not working because now you are indulging in the same things that are making you ill. Okay, so don't blame Bushman. All right, you have to abstain. You have to learn to abstain. That's how it works. Doesn't matter how much medicine you take, whether it's herbal or drug medicine, if you keep taking the foods or the drinks or the drugs or the smoke or whatever way you take it in that are making you sick, that are causing the illness, the medicine is not going to work. Okay, and what I found out, and I've actually done this, guys. Okay, I've actually done this, and I've burnt green bay leaf, and I've also burnt dry bay leaf. Okay, take matches, crack open a match, light it up, and burn the bay leaf, and just let the aromatic smell just engulf the place, the room, and everything. And And it actually relieves anxiety. Okay, when you burn the bay leaf, it relieves anxiety. And I've actually done this. I've done this like so many times. It is so awesome. You burn a few bay leaves. You can burn it green if you like. You could burn it dry if you like an incense. Because the smoke contains what we call linalool. It's a compound called linalool. And that's a compound that is also found in a number of other plants. Okay, not just bay leaf, including mint. The linalool, you'll find it in mint, and it's also in lavender. And lavender, some of you should know, lavender is also another plant that is commonly used for treating or fixing anxiety issues. Yeah. Keisha Skalna, greetings, greetings. George King, Michael Fisher, Daphne Paul, Renelle Vince, Lynn Peters, greetings. I hope you guys are doing well and your families are safe. Okay. Bailey, very good. You burn this thing like an incense, it will help with anxiety. Okay. Mint and lavender work the same way too. Okay. Some people use bay leaf for pickling stuff, right? For pickling cucumbers, whatever else. You can use it for marinating and to flavor food like stews and stuffings and use it in fish. And it's a very delicately fragrance, very delicate fragrance, right? So bay leaf now, bay leaf now has compounds, compounds that are found in the bay leaf itself. They are so effective for settling an upset stomach. Okay, and it soothes IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. It will soothe IBS. Okay, and and I know quite a bit about IBS because I've helped quite a few number of people who've been suffering and probably still are IBS. It is not one of those that you get rid of easily. It takes time. IBS takes a while. Okay, and bay leaf could help because those organic compounds, okay, they will help settle the stomach and soothe your IBS. So bay leaf has enzymes, and those enzymes that are present in these leaves, they help to facilitate digestion and metabolism of proteins, especially complex proteins. Okay, now bay leaf, bay leaf is a good source of vitamin A. It is a good source of vitamin A. Bay leaf is a good source of vitamin A. I had to say 3 times. Okay, it has vitamin B6. You know what else has vitamin B6? Toloma, arrowroot, loaded with vitamin B6. And it also has vitamin C. Vitamin C, antioxidants, good for the immune system. And the things that these vitamins, we know, we know that they support a healthy immune system. Vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin C. Okay, we know those things to be true. So, vitamin A is an important vitamin for normal vision. For normal vision, it is important for the immune system, reproduction, and growth and development. Vitamin A also helps your heart. And we're just talking about bay leaf, man. Bay leaf could be found everywhere. It helps your heart and it helps your lungs and it helps those organs work properly. Because you know, we are bombarded daily with environmental toxins. So you have to take care of your lungs. Because when you inhale, okay, when you inhale, it goes to your lungs, and then your lungs supply your brain with oxygen. Yeah, your lung supplies your brain with oxygen. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is pyridoxine. Pyridoxine. Okay, it is important for normal brain development. All in this one plant, man, loaded with those compounds. It is so important for normal brain development and for keeping your nervous system and your immune system healthy. But what does it take? Consistency. What does it take? Discipline. What does it take? Commitment. And you will hear me say it over and over and over again. It takes those three things. You have to be on top of it. Okay? And the thing is that you have to decide for yourself that you are not going back to your old ways. You're not going back there where you just came from because you've experienced that and you have a lot of experience as to what happened to you right there. And now you're out of it and you feel like a brand new person. You are renewing your mind, you're renewing your system, you are renewing your body. And when you renew your body, when you renew your mind, when you renew your spirit, you become whole and you don't want to go back there. That's where the discipline comes into play. All right. And that's where accountability comes into play because you need someone to hold you accountable. Someone has to hold you accountable. All right. And good food sources of vitamin B6 include fish, potatoes, chickpeas, bananas. All right. And also the what's that thing that I mentioned earlier? to the vitamin B6. Besides the bay leaf. Come on, guys, help me out. It's a powder. It's a white powder, and it's a thickening agent. And you can make pap. You can make pap or porridge with it, right? Toloma. I'm talking about Toloma. Arrowroot, man. Loaded with vitamin B6. Okay. Vitamin C from the same berry plant, from this berry. Vitamin C, it helps protect your cells and it keeps them healthy. It helps maintain, vitamin C helps maintain healthy skin. Nice, sexy, healthy skin. Okay? Smooth, nice, beautiful skin. Helps you maintain blood vessels. Vitamin C helps with your bones and cartilage. And vitamin C helps with wound healing. It will help your wounds heal properly. All right? Vitamin C. Okay, so as a standard, as a standard, adults age 19 to 64 need about 40 grams, 40 grams, or sorry, 40 milligrams of vitamin C per day. Okay, and you should be able to get all the vitamin C you need from your daily eating habits without drinking cow's milk, without drinking the goat's milk, without drinking the sheep's milk. Okay, and like I've always said, since vitamin C cannot be stored in your body, you need it every day. So you have to take it every day because it's water soluble. It does not get stored in your body. So you have to take it when you need it. Okay. Here's the thing though. I'm talking about vitamin C, not calcium. I was way up there a little bit on the cow's milk, right? We're talking about vitamin C. So we're not talking about milk. Just want to go back and make sure I correct that. Okay. So we're talking about vitamin C. We're not talking about milk, but you still have to take your vitamin C daily. Okay. It won't be stored in your body. But the thing is that though, if you take large amounts of vitamin C, right? Say about 1,000 milligrams a day or so, it can cause stomach pain. All right, it can cause intestinal gas and it can cause diarrhea too. Okay, so you don't want to take too much vitamin C. All right, so keep that in mind. And all that is in bay leaf. Moving right along. So we talked about lemongrass and we just talked about bay leaf. All right, we are going to talk about my good friend Sime Courtois. Yeah, Got Stenopodium ambrosioides, Simicontois, right? Again, all these herbs fresh from my garden. Hey, Linton Alfred, what's going on? Walter Reed, welcome. Twice, Etienne, and Brenda Luda. Greetings, greetings. Okay, Simicontois. Okay, it is also called Zave, a worm grass, a worm herb, something like that, worm grass, I believe, right? But it has so many different variations in the name. Okay, Simicontois, very very aromatic. Zebave. It's a vermifuge. Okay, it's a vermifuge, and vermifuge herbs are herbs that bring on perspiration. Okay, they're very stimulating. So if you need to treat a not treat if you need to work with a fever, you want to use this. It will help bring on perspiration. All right, it's a vermifuge. It also expels parasitic and intestinal worms. Okay, because it is also called wormbush zebave. Okay, and just the name attests to its function. Just the name alone attests to its function, right? That it expels parasitic and intestinal worms. And when it is used for that purpose, though, the oil is sometimes added to it. Okay, and in certain cultures, semicontour have been used to clean the womb after for afterbirth, all the all the afterbirth effects and stuff. It has been used, or it has been utilized in that manner. Okay, to help clean the womb after childbirth. Okay, and that's your semicontour. And like I said earlier, it's a vermifuge, so it increases perspiration. Okay, it functions as a diuretic. It functions as a diuretic. Okay, and that means it increases urination. It increases breast milk. Okay, so it's a very good candidate for breastfeeding moms. If you're breastfeeding your child, this is a good one for you. Okay. Here's the thing, though. It will it will promote menstruation. So you have to be careful, my sisters. Okay. If you have heavy menstrual periods while you are on your period, you probably want to abstain from drinking semen contour tea. All right, because it will promote menstruation. Okay. It stimulates your digestion. It's a good one for digestion, for digestive stimulation. And it's a mild sedative, which means that it can help you, it can help you fall asleep. Okay? It is not it is not overstimulating when it comes to being a sedative. It's just very mild. Okay? So it's not one of the herbs where you'll take and it will just put you to sleep. But it does so in a very mild fashion. Okay? Now, for those of you who have taken this before, you know that it has it has a strong taste to it, right? It has a very strong taste, almost kind of like bitter, right? It has a kind of bitter taste to it, but it's very strong. Okay, so if you can't really handle the strong bitterness of semi-contour, you can add a little bit of basilic to it, or you can drop some mint in there. All right, just put a little mint. That will kind of help keep that. It will help subdue that strong taste that it has on its own. The basilic or the mint, or you can add both in it. It will help, keep it down, keep that taste down because it's very strong. And when you add the mint and the basilic or basil, it makes it a great combination for gastrointestinal complaints. Gastrointestinal complaints. It is good for asthma. People with asthma. Okay, if you have a cough that is bothering you and nothing gets rid of it, Simicotua works pretty good. Now, you can use, not use, I don't like the word use when it comes to herbs. You can take this herb, green, put it in a mortar and pestle, small one, okay, and you pound it, you crush it, and you could drop a little bit of either castor oil or coconut oil, okay, and you make a poultice with it, and it's good for like a sore or a wound, okay. It will help with sores and wounds, but nothing deep. If you have deep sores, you need something else. Okay, just like surface wounds and surface sores. Okay, and you can put it on there. Okay, topically. All right, you can put that on there, tie it with a cloth to keep it in place, or even some saran wrap so it doesn't, suck through. Like it will sip through the cloth, right? But the saran wrap will keep it in place and will prevent it from sipping through. Okay, because you want to keep it there on the sore, the wound for as long as possible. All right, so it's pretty good for that. Try it. Works. So if you have if you have ulcers, right? If you're suffering from ulcers, gastritis, if you have heart disease, if you have any liver complaints, or if you have impaired kidney function, absolutely do not drink this tea. You need to talk to your doctor first. If you have ulcers, if you have gastritis, if you suffer from heart disease, if you suffer from any liver complaints or impaired kidney function, do not drink Simicotua. Stay away from it. All right? Good. And don't forget your vitamin C, guys. Again, your vitamin C comes from citrus, okay, melons, bell peppers, seasoned peppers. Okay, I think I failed to mention that when I was talking about the bay leaf with the vitamin C content. Okay, you get your vitamin C naturally from the foods that you eat. Okay, let's talk about Salvia rosmarinus. Salvia rosmarinus, rosemary. Let's talk about rosemary for a minute. And then once we're done with rosemary, we're gonna go back to lemongrass, just for my Facebook followers, because I think they missed it because of some issues that was going on. Okay, but let's touch on the rosemary. Let's talk about rosemary for a minute. Okay, rosemary is from the mint family. It's from the mint family. Okay, it's very pungent. You know that. Okay, you know you don't have to use a whole lot of rosemary in anything, whether you're cooking or you're making tea with it. All you need. Okay, very, very pungent. Okay, very pungent, and it's slightly bitter. It has a slight bitterness to it, whether it's dried or it's fresh. Okay, slight bitterness, and it is generally used for cooking. Okay, and sometimes you don't, most times really, you probably just need this much because it is so pungent, it will actually just take over the entire flavor of your food. Okay, and all you're going to be tasting is rosemary. You won't taste anything else. So you just need a little bit. Okay, but here's the thing: rosemary is not only good for food. Okay, it's not only good for food. It is good to wash those locks. Rosemary is good to wash your hair. It will promote hair growth. It will promote hair growth. Rosemary. Okay, so when I'm making my shampoo with aloes and clove to wash my natty dread, drop some of this in there. It promotes hair growth. Okay, and it is an excellent herb for indigestion. If you have indigestion, like I think we talk about the bay leaf being good for indigestion, and rosemary good for indigestion. All those herbs, guys, those herbs, they work so fantastic, man. They work so good to keep us healthy and to stave away illnesses and diseases, especially when we are proactive in the way we employ them. We employ, you know, their phytochemicals, all the constituents that they possess. Rosemary, if you didn't know, and you should know, it's a natural antibiotics. And antibiotics are medicines that fight bacteria, especially bacterial infections in humans. And it is also a diuretic. It's also a diuretic. It makes you pee a lot. It will help to flush you out. If you're having trouble peeing, if you think that you're not peeing enough, lemongrass will do it for you. Bay leaf will do it for you. Or rosemary can do it for you. All right. Now, Shia, how are you? Rosemary also helps with mental fatigue, mental exhaustion. And that's the feeling of extreme tiredness when you're mentally drained and there is mental exhaustion, especially when that exhaustion is characterized by other feelings like cynicism and irritability, especially with those when you're irritated and it's draining you. Okay, rosemary is a very good candidate. All right. Instagram, how y'all doing? Everybody's good over there? My Facebook peeps, how you guys keeping up? And my YouTube fans, I hope you guys are doing all right, man. All right. So if you're doing good, if you're feeling well, just let me know in here. Just say me. Just type me in the chat, okay? If you're doing well tonight. And by the way, just as a reminder, next month, October, I will be starting to teach on herbal knowledge and application. It is called herbal knowledge and application. Okay, how you can learn from me. It's how you can learn from me, learn what I know, and how to apply what you are going to learn from me. And you will learn it the exact way that I have been taught and the exact way that I keep learning. Okay, so you got to either in the comments let me know if you are interested, or you can WhatsApp me. My number is 904 729 5571. I'm going to put it in here, 904 729 5571. Okay, you can WhatsApp me. Let me know if you are interested. I will send you information, preliminary setup information, and then we'll move from there. There's going to be another level, okay? But the first set of classes start in October next month, okay? Herbal knowledge and application, knowing the herbs, knowing what they're good for, knowing what they will help with, knowing the contraindications of those herbs, how to mix the herbs and how not to mix, and how to apply. Okay. Instagram, you guys doing good? I saw one. I saw one from you. That's it. That's the only one. Okay. So if you are interested, let me know. If you can't make the first one, we are going to regroup and get a second set going. Okay. Later down in the year. Okay. So we're talking about mental exhaustion, extreme tiredness, cynicism, irritability. Okay. So you may be mentally exhausted if you have recently undergone long-term stress. You may be mentally exhausted if for some reason you just went through a period of stress, a long term period of stress. Okay. Or if you find it kind of hard to focus on your tasks, or if you lack interest in activities that you usually enjoy, you may be mentally exhausted. All right. And mental fatigue usually leads to difficulty concentrating, all right, decreased productivity, and a decline in emotional and mental health. A decline in emotional and mental health. Okay. So the rosemary is also really good for maintaining good liver health. It will promote a good healthy liver. It will help you manage diabetes. Again, you cannot go drink 2 liters of soft drink and then say, okay, I'm going to drink a cup of rosemary tea and expect to get any kind of results. All right, it's just not going to happen. That's not how it works. It will manage your diabetes, providing that you do the things that are necessary to help keep your blood sugar levels at bay. It is an anti-inflammatory herb. Okay, it's really good. The oil for this, the rosemary oil, you put a drop or two on your pillow at night. That thing is just going to help you. It's going to help you sleep. It's going to help you relax and focus. Okay, and it will help with stress and it will help with anxiety. Dante, be quiet, son. Okay, and you can diffuse the oil of rosemary. Okay, you can diffuse it and it will have a calming effect. It'll have a calming effect on your body, on your entire body. And if you add rosemary oil to some hot water, not very hot, but hot enough that you can gargle and stuff. So warm, right? Make sure it's warm. Okay, you don't want it to be room temperature. You want it to be hot. And it's a natural mouthwash. Rosemary. Okay, rosemary oil. If you don't have the oil and you have the plant, hey, break off a sprig, crush it up, crush it up real good. Drop that bad boy in a cup of hot water, let it sit for a bit, and you use it as a mouthwash, natural mouthwash. It will kill bacteria responsible for bad breath. Any bacteria that causes bad breath, it is guaranteed to kill it for you. Okay. The other awesome thing about rosemary, especially fresh rosemary, right, is that it can work as a natural deodorant. It can act as a natural deodorant, and you can try this if you're looking for a natural and chemical free deodorant. Try it and then tell me how it works. Okay, because it has three active components that can give the immune system a boost. We're talking about anti-inflammatories, antioxidants, and anti-carcinogenic. Anti-carcinogenic. Okay, and it can help you to avoid getting sick. It can help you to avoid getting sick. Especially when colds and flu are running rampant. It's running around. It's defosaying everybody else, right? You got they call it tutmun. Okay, that's a good time. You can get some rosemary and make some tea. Okay, make some tea with it. So if you feel like there's a cold coming up, make some tea. Drink it. Drink it. And it can help to reduce coughs and the accumulation of phlegm in your respiratory system when you are sick. Okay, and it can help again with your concentration. It can help you concentrate. It has that ability to boost your concentration, your focus, all right, and to maintain overall brain performance, especially if you're like me and you read a lot. And you have to memorize a lot of stuff, and you have to remember a lot of things. And it's not just remembering them, okay? It's not just remembering them, but remembering them in sequence, sequential order, that you can actually tell a story. Okay, it can help you maintain that brain performance level. Okay, so it's not just remembering, but remembering in sequential order, that it makes sense. Once you utter it, it makes sense. Okay, and if you say something that doesn't belong in that sequence, then you get a little jolt and we're like, hey, something you said 2 minutes ago doesn't make sense. Go back, fix it, right? That's brain function, that's cognitive function. Okay, rosemary has an acid called carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. And what the carbonic acid does, it attacks free radicals in the brain. Those free radicals that are running rampant in your brain. Okay, and it can help prevent and heal brain damage in people who have had strokes. Okay, and there is something called carbonic acid therapy, and it can enhance blood flow. It can increase oxygen and nutrient delivery to tissues and to those organs. All right, it's all in this herb. It is marvelous. It smells great. It tastes great. It has tons and tons of phytonutrients, a lot of compounds. It has carbonic acid. It reduces inflammation. Okay, and carbonic acid, just so we know, and we set the record straight for that, it is naturally present. It is naturally present in the human body. Carbonic acid is naturally present in us. And without it, without carbonic acid, our bodies will not be able to function in a normal way. Okay? The rosemary has the carbonic acid in it, and the carbonic acid helps to dilate the arteries. It dilates the arteries to increase blood flow throughout the entire body. It, it enhances oxygen delivery at the cellular level in the muscles. At cellular level in the muscles, in the organs, in the brain, your skin, and other parts of your body. It is a natural anti inflammatory compound, and it is also a fat dissolving compound. It also naturally sedates and calms the central nervous system. Okay, so don't forget, if you were taking prescription drugs and you decide you want to go on an herbal regimen, okay, make sure you talk to your doctor if you have one. If you were taking drugs, of course, you should be working with a doctor. If you're taking prescription drugs and you're not working with a doctor, then you are not in the right frame of mind. All right. So for my Facebook folks, let's go back to the beginning. We're going to talk about lemongrass for a little bit before I leave you, and we're going to make it quick. Okay. Lemongrass is anti cancer, and it contains what we call citral. All right. Lemongrass contains citral, and those are compounds that are able to kill damaged cells or cells that develop abnormally. All right, so the citral compounds will let, at the same time, they will let the healthy cells live without affecting their performance. Okay, the lemongrass. So if you regularly drink lemongrass tea, it can help normalize the function of the pancreas in producing insulin for you. So consuming lemongrass tea can lower your blood sugar levels. And for my anemics, it is really excellent for you, for anemics. Okay. And anemia is usually caused by a lack of iron in your blood. Okay, just remember that. That's the substance that is responsible for the synthesis of hemoglobin. Okay. So the contents of lemongrass is able to neutralize toxins. It helps neutralize toxins, while the antioxidants and the antiseptics in it will help the liver and your kidneys clean again. Okay, lemongrass has a significant amount of numerous bioactive compounds like citral, all right, acetate, citronella, okay, just to name a few. And those are bioactive compounds in the lemongrass. Okay, so don't forget, guys, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. I am a herbalist. I am a holistic health educator and a researcher. I do not prescribe medicine, nor do I give medical advice. My work is for educational and informational purposes, and these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. All right. So I leave you until next time. Take care, guys, and don't forget again, classes start in October. So link me up if you want to learn directly from yours truly. All right. Don't forget now, your health is your responsibility. All right. Good night. Don't sign a thing.
It's amazing, huh? You can't see anything what I put on there for you.
I